You may have probably heard of the novel or new coronavirus that's currently spreading all over the world. Starting in late 2019, this virus began making people ill in Wuhan district, China. International air travel allowed the virus to spread person to person into new countries. Many countries began to issue travel restrictions and even quarantines. Rumors about the origin of this virus began to spread online. Many claimed that the new coronavirus is a genetically modified weapon that developed for New World War, but some others needs extraordinary evidence to prove this argument. This claim currently seems very unlikely. Others suggest that this virus is maybe an escaped lab specimen. This actually is possible as we have experienced this situation in the past. But the research is about the origin of this virus, not yet concluded as at now. Other than these arguments, could there be another more natural explanation for the origin of the virus? The answer is, yes. New COVID-19, human-affecting virus may have simply evolved from an older virus. To understand how this may have happened, we will take a look at the types of the virus, in general. What are viruses? Virus is a tiny infectious agent that reproduces inside the cells of living hosts. Hundreds of viruses can fit inside a single bacterial cell. Unlike most living things, viruses do not have cells that divide. New viruses assemble in the infected host cell. This can make the host very sick, and sometimes leads to death. Thousands of different viral species have been studied and described by scientists, and it is expected to be millions more exists. All viruses consist of small collections of genetic codes. It could be DNA or RNA that carry information for making more copy of the virus. Those genes are enclosed in a protective coat of protein and covered by spikes, for attaching to specific cell surfaces. All known viruses are parasitic, but most are not parasitic for humans. Some only targets plant cell, others only infect bacteria. A virus reproduces by giving its gene to a living cell. Different viruses do this in different ways, but while it is inside a living cell, the cell acts as the viral gene as its own gene. This cell will reproduce more viruses and stops doing its usual jobs. Coronavirus is from a huge viral family that infects animal cells. Some infects chicken, other infects pigs and some infect humans, but generally it is extremely mild. This usually gives you common cold. Coronavirus has a large crown-like protein spikes, sticking out their envelopes. These protein spikes are extremely sticky when they bump into the outside of an animal cells. Once held firmly in place, the coronavirus waits until swallowed by the animal cell. Then the virus starts its routine business of reproducing more viruses. Different animals have different types of animal cells. Therefore, the viruses that infect birds cannot connect with human cell. But the natural process of evolution can sometimes help the viruses to overcome this problem. When virus genes are being copied during gene production, mutation can occur. These are either due to copying error, or processes called reassortment and recombination. These happen when two or more viruses infect a single cell. If the mutation allows the virus to attach a new host species, infection can occur. This is called as spillover infection. The virus is spilled over into a new type of host. If this virus can survive in the new host, that allows better spread and reproduce in the new host population. Positive mutation accumulates in multiple generations. Negative mutations are discarded and a new pandemic rises. In the early 2000s, coronavirus used to infect only bats and appears to spill over into civets. From there it mutated even further and spilled over into humans. This called as SARS virus, as this causes severe acute respiratory syndrome. It used to spread internationally from person to person, and by the time the virus was contained, over 8,000 people had been infected, over 700 died. The coronavirus from camels also recently spilled over to humans, and this caused even more deaths. Same as coronavirus, HIV also spilled over from chimps to humans. The swine flu is also believed to evolve through the combination of pig virus and bird virus. The 1918 Spanish flu devastated the population all around the world, believed to spilled over from chickens. The coronavirus might also be an example of abnormal evolution. But the studies have not confirmed this theory. Very similarly, viruses have identified in bats, and another was recently discovered in pangolins. These animals often used illegally for food, rituals and for medicines in the region where COVID-19 was first broke out. There are people investigating to prove that the new coronavirus was modified in labs and accidentally broke out, but it is very necessary to understand the fact that the normal process of descended modification really does produce new viruses. It happens naturally. The chances of evolving new viruses that can successfully infect the human is extremely low, but there are 7.5 billion people on this planet interact with animals on a daily basis. We keep them as pets and we eat animals as food. This might have opened the way to billions of opportunities to a new spillover infection to take hold. So where does the new virus come from? In most cases, new viruses evolve from old viruses. Due to the fact that the entire world is connected, the infection spreads from person to person and place to place. Luckily, we have international groups like World Health Organization and various centers for viral diseases to help contain the outbreaks when they happen. With international cooperation, we have prevented many viral diseases in the past, and will prevent many more in the future, as long as the human species work together. To prevent spreading of new viruses, everyone must stop interacting with others and break the chain. In case if you are tested positive or suspect to be infected by new virus, isolate yourself and seek necessary medication. Thanks for watching Now Trending. See you all soon in a new video. Please like, share and subscribe our channel.